Okay. Okay. So I have already told about the sqoop basic introduction, right? What is a sqoop, right? So sqoop is ingestion tool. Okay, it's an ingestion tool of Hadoop ecosystem. It's a part of Hadoop ecosystem. Another one more ingestion tool is there, the Flume. The difference is in the sqoop and Flume. The Flume is also ingestion tool, but this is for semi-structured and unstructured data. Okay. And this kind of data is mostly coming from the streaming. So this kind of data is coming from the streaming data, right? Like Twitter data, right? Twitter streaming data, or we can say some REST APIs data, right? JSON data. Okay. So these kind of data are coming from the Twitter REST API or any file system data. File system data, right? CSV, JSON, XML, right? We have seen that semi-structured data is a CSV file, JSON file, XML file, and unstructured data is like it can be have audio, video, image, streaming data. Okay, but sqoop is meant for structured data, and this structured data is coming from RDMS database. So here we will take our example from MySQL. Okay, we can try with other SQL DBs, but MySQL we can easily install in Ubuntu. So we'll do the practice with MySQL. Okay, so when we are starting with the sqoop, right? So sqoop installation is very easy installation, right? We have to download the sqoop zip file. Okay, so first we have to download the sqoop zip file. So sqoop download when you write it, so 1.4.7 distribution. So this is the release. Okay, so this star file you have to download. This star file you have to download. You have to unzip and set the sqoop home path. You already know, right? In the bash RC, sqoop home and sqoop bin path. Okay, sqoop path. Right? These two things we need to set. And one more thing we have to do, we are connecting from MySQL database to Hadoop file system using sqoop, right? So we need a MySQL database connector jar. Okay. We can say it's a JDBC connector. Okay. So it's a library jar. So the file name is MySQL -java -1.4.47 dot something jar name is there. Okay. So this jar you download. Okay. So everything is there in my notes. I have already mentioned. So here you can see we can download the connector jar. Okay, so that connector jar I will give you the other one more. So MySQL connector jar you download. So this jar is you can all these paths I given there. MySQL connector jar, this one, Maven repository 5.1.47. So this jar file you click on this, the jar is downloaded. Okay, so this jar is downloaded. So like this, you just download and keep it in the lib folder. Okay, download jar and keep in sqoop lib folder. So these many things you have to do before starting the sqoop. Okay, so sqoop is basically import command, and these import command you can run on the $shell. Directly you can run on the sqoop command. Sqoop import command you can run on the $shell. Okay. So sqoop is having not only import utility, sqoop has the various utilities are there. Sqoop is having the import utility, Sqoop is having eval utility. Sqoop is having export utility also. So export is a reverse of the import. So when you want to write your file, Hadoop file system, so when you want to write your SDFS file to MySQL DB table, so that will be done by the store. Okay. And sqoop has the validate command is there. Sqoop is having sqoop import all table is there. So these are the, and sqoop is having sqoop list databases is there. Sqoop is having list table is there. So some of the commands are just the information command. If I say list databases, it is just giving you all databases names, databases name in MySQL. You can directly go in MySQL, you can see, but I'm saying if you want to check through the sqoop list databases command, to run this command like this, you run, and you have to give your DB URL. Okay, so you have to give JDBC colon MySQL, then you can give the / localhost 3306. Okay, if you give this, so it will find the all databases, because I'm not giving a particular database. I'm not giving a particular database, but same thing like you write here in the tables. So you have to give the some database name. Suppose you say here sqoop database is there. So what it will give? It will give you the giving you the all tables in sqoop database. Okay. If you change the database name, you will get the another database tables, right? But this one will give you all the databases name. Okay. So you have to give like this command in the $shell, you will get. Okay. So first we are going to start with the import, then we will see the other utilities. Okay. Okay. So for the sqoop import, we need some parameter. So we need a like connection parameter, right? We need a URL, we need a username, we need a MySQL password, and we need a table, which table I want to get the data. And then I have to tell about what is my target DIR. The target DIR option is for the Hadoop file system. Suppose I say my Hadoop system file path is a scoops 12 / import 1. So this is my target DIR in my Hadoop file system. So my file will be imported from the RDMS database table, this location. Okay. And there is a one more parameter is there, -n. So that is the how many number of mappers are there. So you already know mapper things, right? We already discussed in the map reduce, right, and hide. So sqoop is only mapper job. Okay, by default is a mapper job, but sometimes reducer will come in picture when you are doing some query. When you are fetching the data only, suppose you are fetching the data only. Suppose you are fetching data only, like you are selecting data. So sqoop, like you can do when you are fetching the data, whole table, selecting whole table data. There is no group by query is there. No group by aggregation is there. Group by aggregation, like some aggregation function thing you are not using. So in this kind of like sqoop import will be only mapper job. Okay. So only mapper job, there is no reducer will be there. So in that case, only mapper output file will come. Mapper output. Okay. Mapper output file will come. But when you are doing some whole table data or any data, selecting table, you are fetching the data from the table. So when you are fetching data from table using some group by aggregation, then your sqoop import will be mapper reducer job. Okay. You have to reduce your job. I will tell about this minus m. This minus m mostly used for how many number of output file you want to generate. So you can increase your sqoop performance. So you can increase your sqoop performance. By default, minus m value is 4 if you don't give. Okay, so 4 output file will come. But if you want to increase the number of output file or decrease, so you can set this parameter. So you can increase or decrease this number, this minus m parameter, to decide how many number of mapper output file number of mapper output files will be generating. And this is mostly used for performance. It is used for performance of sqoop job to increase the number of mapper to run parallel your import, your sqoop import. So when you give minus m6, so 6 mappers will be running parallelly and it will fetch the data, equal amount of data it will fetch. Suppose I say 100 is there, total number of records in your database. 100 records in your DB. Okay. And when you are doing minus m6, so what it will do, it will divide, right, such a way, right? So last mapper, how many record will be left, that will come. So minus m6 you gave, then it will generate 6 output file and 6 mapper output file. But here it is some drawback, right? If one number, right, like, okay, if you go beyond that number, you will not get any improvement in the performance. So there is a threshold value, right? So you have to check by using a different values. You have to check that threshold value. So we need to identify the threshold value. After that, you will not get any performance gain. Okay, even you are increasing this minus n. Okay, so we cannot do blindly this minus n cannot increase. Okay. Okay, first we start with the basic sqoop import command. Okay, so then you will understand how this sqoop import is done. So let's see. So sqoop is having import command only. Okay, import and other utilities. Okay, so it is not difficult, right? It's basic, just import command, and you have to check the data in your DB and check the data in your files. Okay, using sqoop, we can import the data into not only in files, we can import the data in Hive also. Okay, so sqoop, we can import data into HDFS as files. Okay, and default delimited character is a comma. So comma will be default delimited character. I will tell you, if you don't want comma, you want some other delimited character when you are generating files. Okay, so you can change that. Okay, but if you are not specifying in your sqoop import related to delimited character, it will be taking a default delimited character comma. So your data will be look like this, comma separated data will be coming in the file. So if I say in my DB ID name 8, okay. So if I have a database, I have a ID 1, X is the name, and age is 23. The same way the file will be, same data, same will be file. Okay. So this is the same will be in the file will come. Okay. So file is DFS file in Hadoop directory. Okay. And the second one import is like we can do a scoop import to MySQL Hive table. So directly, instead of writing into the file, we can directly write the data into Hive table. So the generally what you do, if you have data in Hadoop file system as a file, you will be doing some Hive create table command and you load the data, right? But instead of that, two-step process, the scoop import will do for you. So the scoop import will directly loading data into Hive. But you know, Hive is not a data store. Hive is just a user interface, right? User interface, query interface, not user interface, query interface, where you can see data in tabular format, right? Okay, so underlying storage is SDFS. But you are not doing the two-step process. Okay. So this scoop import, this Hive scoop import command will be importing the data into Hive table, but underlying storage will be same as DFS. Okay. And another third import is there in scoop import to HBase table. Okay. So this one will be also the same thing. Like in scoop import will be directly done in HBase table, but HBase is a just query interface. Okay, it's a NoSQL database. HBase is NoSQL DB place where you can see the data. Here is also data is tabular. Okay, but this HBase is NoSQL database. In HBase we don't use the select query command. Like we have scan command, get command. So commands are different. The data looks like tabular. Okay. If I show you my scoop, how my scoop is installed. So you can see here scoop 1.4.7, right? This is my scoop installation directory. And here is a lib folder. I have MySQL connector Java. Okay. And one more thing also you have to do in the Hive, in my step it is mentioned, in the Hive, there is a common length jar is there. So in Hive, actually the Hive, in the lib, common length, this common length 2.6. So this jar also you have to copy to the scoop lib. Okay. So these two jars you should have in the scoop lib. And the next thing is we have to set DSHRC. If you see my scoop home path, wherever is my scoop. So I kept it my scoop in the software directory. Okay. So I'm giving here the scoop home path and scoop bin path. Home Arvin software scoop 1.4.7. And after this, you run the source command. Okay. All these steps are there. After this, now if I check my scoop hyphen version, okay, so I can see scoop 1.4.7 is there. Okay. So till this step, so this step we are done. Now we can start very first scoop import command. Okay. We can start copying. So I'm starting MySQL also because I have to check MySQL. So MySQL, okay, if you have not installed MySQL, so MySQL you can install through DigitalOcean. Okay, you can go here MySQL installation, Ubuntu. You can follow this step. It is very straightforward step. Sudo apt update, sudo apt install MySQL server, this one. And you set your sudo MySQL and set your password. So this is the password command password you can set. And after that, you log in your MySQL user and root -t password. After this, you don't need to do anything. Okay? So when you do MySQL you do MySQL -u -u root -t and enter password. So you will see your MySQL login. Same thing, same way you will get it. And now you will be saying show databases. Okay. And some create database, you create database. Okay. Like I create sqoop test database. Okay. And use sqoop test. Sqoop test data. Now I should create a table first and load the data in the table. Then I can do the import. Okay. So I'm going to show you, I already have the table. Okay. So use sqoop1 row table. So here is one table employee is there, EMP. So TESP, EMP. Okay. Select star from EMP. Okay, just a new data. Select star from employee. Okay, we can insert data. So create table command. Okay, we go to our table. Let's see our what data we are importing. Same like we can do. Okay, so here ID is an integer type. Okay, name where now insert into EMP values one single quote flags. This is the one record. Second record. File. If I do select star from EMP, so this is the table data. This is in my this sqoop test. I copy this sqoop test name. Okay, you can create your own database. So what is a sqoop import command? So multi-line, if you are writing a sqoop import, this character you have to use. If you are writing a multi-line, if you are not writing a multi-line, if you are writing like this, import --connect --connect, and then you give the URL name --username, then you give the root --password. You can give the password is a password, and --table. You give the table name --target dir. So first, if you see the first word is coming with 2 hyphen, and the second conjugative words will be coming with single hyphen. Okay, so that's a naming convention for the parameter. Okay, if any single word is there, that will come with the 2 hyphen, 2 dash. But if it is a 2 word, 3 word, 4 word, it will be coming first word with 2 hyphen, and conjugative words will come single hyphen. Okay, so target table. So here it will be target table, target dir, and I will be giving some new target dir. So I say sqoop test, and I say import one. So I'm just giving the directory where I want to import the data, and I'm giving -m1 for only one output file. So here I will copy my this URL also, this URL. Okay. So if you are writing a single line, you don't need to give this slash. If you are giving a multi-line, every line you have to give at the end slash. Okay. And one more thing is this use SSL. If you don't use this use SSL in your sqoop import, like here in the connect URL, so it will give you the SSL connection error. Okay. So I will show you without this so that you can know what is the error is coming. And this database name is a sqoop test. Okay. And here, okay, so first I show you with the multi-line. Okay, sqoop test, and everything is same. So here I will change to my directory sqoop test import one. Okay, I'm going to run this sqoop import command in the command. Anywhere you can run in the command. So you will see. When you do up arrow, your command will automatically come in the single line. Table EMP. Passing argument for input. Argument. Okay, what is the problem? That is a slash one. Actually, the slash was this was like when I removed this use SSL, right? So this slash will be separate. Okay, don't keep it slash here. Otherwise, it will understand the part of the URL. Got my point? Okay. So this slash, if you have multi-line, to keep this slash at the end, right, with the space. So here you see my sqoop import is done, but there is some error is coming, right? This SSL error, right? So I told you this error will definitely come because I was not using use SSL. So this error will go away if you use SSL parameter. See, it is saying clearly use SSL. If you need either to explicitly disable your SSL because you are not going to use SSL, so make it false. Okay. Otherwise, you set SSL true. But in our case, there is no certificate related we are using, right? So we have to use this parameter. That is the reason I set it here. I set it here. Question mark, use SSL. So like this, you have to use every time. Okay. So my sqoop import is done. How many records are retrieved? Two records, right? So it means if you see here, input is 2, means MySQL table has 2 records and map output record are 2, right? And this is saying map input, map output, means only mapper is here. There is in the map reduce framework, there is no reducer. Okay. So now if I want to check my location, I do fs minus ls. Here is So success files, we know every time the success file is the indicator file. It is empty file, zero size file, but just the indicator. So in any high map reduce, everywhere you will see this success file. Okay, but our output file is this file. Okay. So if you see here, this file contains Hadoop access square. So you will see the data is a comma delimited character. So exactly the same data which was in the table, I'm getting here in the file. This is the file. Okay. So this is a sqoop import I'm doing. Okay. If I do the same sqoop import, what will happen? Can anyone tell what will happen if I do this? Any error will come, or it will override this directory, what it will do? Or it will give the error. Not this SSL, I made it false, right? So that error will not come. But I'm talking about what general error comes, right? Whenever you try, right? Whenever you try, like anything is there in the Hadoop, right? And you try that, what happened? It is a very general thing in Hadoop happens, right? So that
It'll
is
say
across the component in the Hadoop, not only like SDFS, not only produce, not only high, everywhere. What is that?
it'll say that there's already a file with the same name, or
It will
uh
not say the file. Actually, you are almost correct. It will not reach to that file. It is not going to check that file. Okay, it is not going up to that level. It is first checking this directory. Okay, so it is saying
mhm.
this directory already exists. Okay, because it is not going to check up to that level. It will fail before that. The output directory.
Okay.
Okay, so it will verify this directory itself. It is there or not. Okay, for this, there is a one solution the sqoop has given. Just add this thing, delete target directory. So delete target directory will be deleting your target directory and recreate again. If I use this one in my sqoop import command before the target dir, now if I run this, okay, so you will see your import will never fail because it will delete it and then recreate. This time you will need better. Even I didn't change the directory. I didn't change the directory, right? So you will see this time the map reduce job is doing. And here also you see map 0 and reduce 0, map 100, but it still reduce 0. So there is no reducer. Okay. So how many same output will come and same directory, right? Because I have not changed the directory. So your output will never change. See, but only time is changed. So now time is 7:43, the latest, just 1 minute ago, your file is updated, right? Created, not updated, created, new file is created. Okay. So this entire directory is deleted and recreated. Okay. So this is the one thing, like you can add a delete target here. So suppose I want to take my table. Right now, all the columns are coming because I'm giving only table, right? But I want my column should come also, ID and name only. I don't want to get age. And I want to do one more thing here. The field terminated by dollar I want to give. I don't want the comma delimited character. Okay. I want my file should have the dollar separation string. Okay. And I will give this to import directory. I keep it same directory across so that it will be, you have to. So what command I'm going to run? Everything same. I'm just giving here two things I'm giving extra. One is I'm giving, not this one. Yeah, it's a file. Giving columns, I'm giving the columns parameter and I'm giving field terminated by. Okay. And one more thing also I can do. Okay, parallelly I can do one more thing. Minus minus where. So minus minus where I can give the where condition and I say ID is greater than 1. So how many records should come when I give like this?
One.
1. because my table has two record, ID1 and ID2, so only one. So this column is not properly, so just make sure it should be always double hyphen, okay? Single hyphen will not work. Only minus n is the single hyphen. So I'm running, here are the two things I done. One thing I done table with columns and where clause, and one I did the field terminated by dollar, okay? And delete target dir, I'm keeping it. So it will delete my existing directory and create a new directory. Okay. Just you have to run and test, run and check, okay? So you will come to know what are the parameters you have to include for your input, okay, depending on the requirement. So your requirement is you want file is separated, columns are separated. So this time is saying zero record. ID in our table. It is 1 and 2. What is the database? It is the wrong. So you have to change accordingly our database. So this is any other table, other database table it is. So everything you make sure what database is there, what table is there, okay? Because you are running my sqoop import command, then you have to make sure write whatever table, database, okay, password, username, everything. Okay, if you keep it your password of also your MySQL password, then you can use same my command. Okay, the root is a default username. Okay, how many records came? One, right? So now I check the same import file. Okay, so this is the time updated 1948, 748. Okay, now I want to check the content of this file, get command. File will be always part and file. How many record? Only one and only two columns. ID and name, ID and name, right? And how it is separated? Dollar, right? So it is a dollar separated data is coming. Okay. So next is okay. Now we will do some practical on the minus m parameter. Okay. So minus m parameter when we want to do experiment, like I want to increase the minus m. So I have to use one more parameter along with that split by. Okay. If I'm not using split by column, then I can use minus m1. That is the default way. Minus m1 I can give. Okay. But when I'm using split by, why I need to use split by? When you give this minus m parameter, number of values increase. If you increase the minus m2, 3, 4. So this split by column, what it does, your column is a ID column, and it will be distributing the record like unique ID values so that it can separate the file. It can separate the multiple mapper, right? That is the reason this split by is mandatory column while you are giving minus m parameter more than one. Okay. So this is the same thing and everything. So if you want to test it, like how many number of mappers will be created? Output file 2. Okay, the same thing we will test it with our database name sqoop underscore test and let's say import 2. Okay, we don't delete that. So second time when we will be running, then it will delete. The first time already it is a new. Okay, so everything is same. Sqoop test, root, password, and this is the directory and ID. So here I'm getting a all record. Okay, I'm not doing the other experiment because already I've tested this, right? Okay, so even you can give these one here also. Okay, but I'm testing my main intention here to test this. Okay, not this because we already tested. Okay, so I'm giving minus table emp only. Okay? So okay, this. So I should get one record in each file. I have a two record. So records are equally distributed, right? If the number of record are, it can be equally divided. If records cannot be divided equally, then it will start like the remaining record of the last will go in the last one. So here total record are two only. The directory is importing the directory where we are importing the data, target directory. That is two only, but the files will be two. So if I see here the same directory, this is the first file. Oh, I changed the directory. Yeah, I made it two. I made it import two. So here is the first file is having the first record. Second file is the 0001. Okay, that is the second record. Can you see? This is the first one. This is the second one. 1x23 2y24. Right. So if I want to see both the files, how it looks like, you can see. So can you see here two files 0000 and 0001 and successful. So it is two files are created. Okay. Is it clear this one? This is the minus n parameter. Okay. So we have to use with split y. And this is all I told you. This is the where ID column. Now the next thing comes free from query. Any question anyone has so far, right? Whatever this sqoop import we done, like 4 or 5 use cases there, different use cases. This one I already told about that, right? We can use where clause or we can use minus column. Anyone has anything? Minus where and minus column.
I have a little bit of a question, which is for the logic in the scoop import. How's it? You know how it's also using similar to SQL syntax? Is that a part of scoop?
Yeah, that I'm tell next. Okay, that is it next.
Okay. Okay.
So far, you are completely depend on your all record, or even some column you can get it. Okay, or you can get the where condition. All these three things like columns, where, and table, only one single query attribute can do. Because in the query, a table is coming, column is coming, and where condition is coming, right? So instead of giving the three things like table, columns, and where, you can use free from query. So free from query is only just add minus query attribute and write your SQL. Whatever SQL you want to write, you write a join query or you write a group query, union query. So whatever data will be coming from that query in your SQL, the same data will be imported in the Hadoop file system. Okay. Suppose you are doing the second highest salary of the employee, or you say department wise salary, highest salary query. So generally, the what should be the output of the department wise salaries, highest salaries. So you will have some department name, right? Suppose I say admin department, employee ID 2 has highest salary 4,500. This is the highest salary. And you say like payroll department. Payroll department, the employee is number 1 and his salary is 8,000 is the higher. Like this data will come. If I talk about in the SQL, right? The same data go to your Hadoop file system as a file. Okay, so there is no difference. The only thing is you have to test your SQL query in the database. If your result is good, same result you will get in the Hadoop file system. Okay, but one thing is here that is noticeable. When you are writing a query, this dollar condition parameter is a must. Even if you don't have any where condition also, suppose you say, I don't have any condition, still I want to write a query and select ID name age from table, like this query I have. But still you have to give where condition. You have to remove this. You are not going to use. But dollar condition is must. Actually, dollar condition, if I don't give, I show you the scenario, what will happen, right? Suppose this is my query, okay? I'm writing a very basic SQL query, ID, name, age from EMP, and my database is sqoop test and delete target. So these are the same thing, right? I'm not changing anything. Here, just I change sqoop test, and I say here This is also fine. So I'm just going to run. So first you see, if I'm not using dollar condition, what it says. Your first error will come, dollar condition is must. Okay. So here if you see, dollar condition is must. So your select ID name is from EMP must contain dollar condition in where condition. Okay. Even if you are not using, even if you are not using, even if you are not using anywhere, if you're on where condition. Okay. But where
Mhm.
condition is must. If you give this one in the with where clause, so your data will come from an entire table data. If you do this, how many records you have? Two, right? So two will come. If you want to modify your query, you say, I want to get the record only ID is greater than one, right? So in that case, your query will be one record. How many records are received? Two, right? If I change this query, I do this, and I'm using a delete target here, so I don't need to worry. So now you will see your result will be one record because I have add ID greater than one. So you can get the data from two tables, three tables, whatever going. Retrieve only one record. So this kind of query syntax you can provide your minus. You can remove minus minus table, minus minus column, and minus minus where clause. Okay, is it clear this one? So this is there's a very important one, right? This minus minus query. Okay. Next is this is same thing. I already repeated it.
Arun, I have one question over here. Can we go ahead?
Yes.
So why did we use and in the after conditions?
What do you say?
Can't we
You
just
are
specify the can't we just specify ID greater than one after conditions? Why should we use and over there in the query?
I didn't understand. What you're saying? What way are you not moving query?
Yeah, in the query after where dollar conditions, why did we use and before specifying the condition?
Oh, and okay. So you know, right? Whenever you write two conditions, how will you do it? Either and or, right? This is a mandatory thing, right? So generally, if you don't write a dollar condition in the SQL query, how you
Okay.
have two condition, how you give without and
Okay.
or you can't. So
So
and
dollar conditions is considered as a condition as well.
yes,
Is it so?
Actually,
Okay.
it's a part, it's a syntax, right? See, where
Mhm.
dollar condition and your next condition and your
Okay.
next condition and your next condition.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got it. Thank you.
See, it's a syntax. If I don't give this, it will not understand like what is this, right? Dollar condition ID greater than one. Okay. How it will be parsing. If you want to see it, let's see. Because it will be definitely a syntax error, right? Because you are like you forgot like this and okay. This is parsing, right? When it is going, see, immediately you got error. Okay. Because in the syntax it got failed, right? See, what is saying? It is MySQL error. It is not saying sqoop error because sqoop send this command to MySQL and MySQL and whatever value it has to replace for dollar condition, it has replaced sqoop and it has given to the MySQL and now MySQL is saying like there is a syntax use ID greater than one. So two parameter in the where it is not identifying it is a one or two. So if it is a one parameter, it should be only one, no space, right? If it is a one, right? It is a two parameter with the space is there. So it is thinking the MySQL is thinking, right? It should be separated with the and, right? Anything is suppose this is the one condition with the space separated and this is another condition. So where is the and? Okay. So that is the reason it is saying your condition is near ID greater than 1, which is syntax. Okay. But exactly it is not telling the syntax, right? We have
Uh,
to check the syntax, right, manually. Okay.
Arvind, I have one question, which is could you reverse the order and would it still be accepted? Like for example, can you use where
Okay, okay.
ID is greater
It
than
will be
zero, sorry, one and conditions?
understood. You are saying like this one first.
Yes. Would it be okay as long as you use and?
Okay. Even I didn't try this one. Okay. See, if parameters wise, I think it should allow because you are giving, but if it is a condition like that, dollar condition should be the first parameter in the condition, then it should
Mm-hmm.
go fail. Otherwise, if it is not a matter for the like a scoop, because this validation scoop is doing like dollar
Mm-hmm.
condition thing, right? So how scoop pass this thing? Scoop is passing. Scoop is having no objection. Either you keep
Mm-hmm.
it before or after. Scoop has no objection, and scoop is replacing its dollar condition value. Okay, something dollar condition is not relevant to MySQL, right? Dollar
Mm-hmm.
condition is something like maybe some true false something is going to send, but that is not actual any condition. Actual there is
Mm-hmm.
no condition. So maybe it is not sending dollar condition. When it is sending to MySQL, it is sending this query only, I believe, just without dollar condition. Dollar condition is
Mm-hmm.
maybe for its own use, but finally it is sending this one because your record is coming because of this. Right? Because MySQL doesn't understand dollar condition. If you try this MySQL dollar condition, this query, you will get error, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
MySQL cannot understand this because this dollar condition is the unknown column.
Yeah.
Okay, because the condition is specifically for scoop,
Cool.
and
Yeah.
scoop we parse this one and send it final query to the MySQL, and that will be sent this one.
Okay. So
We don't,
it's like some kind of a token for Scoop.
yeah, but we don't know
Okay.
what it is doing with the dollar condition, but it has given mandatory, but we
Okay.
don't know, right, what it is doing. Okay, so this dollar condition is no like MySQL is not doing anything. Okay, I already told about the list databases. So far we covered till here like conditions. So this is the wrong query. Okay, it will not work. It just I put it. I will mention here. So dollar condition. So this is a scoop list databases. So if I'm not giving the database name here, entire MySQL database has all the databases it will get. It's just giving information. It is not any select or anything. Okay, it's just giving a all database list. So you can check it with your scoop import scoop list databases command to check your how many databases you have in your MySQL. Can you see the same like our one is coming also? So this is a list of database one. Okay. Same thing if you do here for the list table. So list table is you have to give your database because here database name is mandatory because you are trying to find the list table. So a specific database you have to give to list table. Okay. So only one table we have EMP. Okay. Now another one is like we are going to do import all table. Okay. Have you seen so far at a time we are able to do only one table, right? If I'm giving a minus minus table or minus minus query. So minus minus query, I can do the multiple table join, but ultimately only one table data is imported, right? So scoop import all utility has given a way you can import any database all table. It may be a 50, it may be 100, but you know, right, this scoop import all table will run one by one scoop import command for all table. So here scoop import, this scoop import run only once because here is a one table. But this scoop import all table will run those many number of times scoop import command you have the tables in your database. Okay. And one more thing, here you will not see the target DI. There is a restriction, this target DI you can't get. So generally scoop use for scoop import all the base directory. If you see, this is my base. And this base directory, your table folder will come. Okay. So you cannot specify your target DIR for getting your all scoop import all tables. Okay. Only for scoop import all. So for scoop import all table command will bring your table here. Okay. So if any table, if I have already here, I have to delete it. Otherwise, it will be giving the directory already adjusted, right? Because I'm not giving any target DIR. So you see, I have already EMP here.
Yeah.
Okay, EMP I okay. So EMP I can import. Okay. And suppose I do one thing, I create another copy of this table. Okay. I just make it one more table. I make it EMP5. Okay. Just another table I'm creating. Okay. And I insert some record in this one. EMP5. So if I do here show tables, so now how many tables are there? Two, EMP, EMP5. And these two tables are there in this directory location? No, right? So I don't need to delete anything. Right? So my tables can be imported. So what change I have to do in this import all table? What change I should do? First
I
of
think
all,
the scoop, yeah, that,
database I should change. Anything else? No, no, nothing. Okay. So minus M we have to give because it is running individual scoop import. Okay. So how many times this scoop import run command will run? This import all table will run. How many scoop import? Two scoop import will run.
times.
One for EMP, one for EMP5. So now you start it. So you see here, something you will see here, like first import is going. So it is creating a jar of that one. Like, okay, your table name is EMP. So this is doing the first one in the order. Okay. The first one is done. This is now running second one. This is second one is running. EMP5 this jar. See, every import it is creating a jar Java class inside this jar. Okay. So it is doing a JDBC program. Okay, internally. So how many times? So this one also have to record EMP5. So this is the EMP5 import. You see here somewhere EMP5 is coming, right? This EMP5. This Java file name is EMP5. So this scoop import command is converted into the Java program, JDBC program. So you know, right, in the Java JDBC, right, we can write a Java JDBC code and we can write any data or we can read the data, we can write a JDBC. So this Java class, I can show you this Java class, you can see what is the logic in this, what they have written. You copy this. Okay, let me show you first both the one. See, this is the first one, retrieve to record. You see here, go out, go out. So here you will see what is the name EMP. So you will see somewhere name EMP, see EMP.jar. And what is the class name will be EMP.java, right? So 2 times import done with the same scoop import all table command is doing 2 times. Okay. And now I show you cat command. This file. in this one, all the classes are clear, right? For this particular scoop input. So EMP5 class, EMP5 jar, EMP5 class. So one class, one jar, one Java class. See. See, this is the code. This is the converted code. This is the code. This is the place created by the scoop. How a scoop import is being done, like it is writing this code. So here is every field, ID is there, name is there, age is there. It is completely writing a JDBC code. So here is a something this implement writable, right? This is a complete Java class. This is all Java class. And this Java class is executable. Okay. I think main function is there. Main function will definitely there will be read file, write file, right? Maybe it's some other way. So this is the code. Okay. Suppose I say you, I don't want the both the tables. Suppose I have 100 table in my MySQL. 100 tables are there. Okay. Thread import it will do, right? Correct. But I say out of this 100 table, I don't want 2 tables. What is the way? What you will do? Can you think of what you will do?
The
Suppose I
exclude
have
table, you would put excludes and then you put like EMP 1 and 5 or the ones that we had. So there's
no,
no
I'm not asking that this is the solution. This is the final solution. But I'm asking general. Suppose you don't know about this. This is the one solution. But I'm saying you don't know the solution and you have to still answer.
then you would have to do like if you didn't know that, then you would have to do 98 separate
But
imports.
how can you do 98? You cannot do 98 here, no? Because option is not there. No? This is
Yeah,
import all
yeah.
table with all 100. But still you have to provide the solution, I'm saying, without using exclude. Just generic way thing. I'm just saying like you just think about your thought process, right? How can you do that? See, simply you delete those directory, na, right?
Yeah.
Whatever data you imported, just delete those 2 directories, done, right?
Yeah.
Because the person is saying you have 100 table, you don't want 2. So I import all 100, just delete those 2 directories. That's the solution.
Right.
Right.
Right afterwards.
But that is not a right solution. That is a solution, but that is not a right. If I say 100 is there, 50 you don't want. So you will be searching 50s and then doing delete, right? So it's an effort, right? It's an effort, right? Correct? Extra effort, right? And that is not the solution. So Sqoop has given a way. In the Sqoop import, there is an exclude table. So 50 tables you don't want, just keep it in the list of 50 comma delimited table name and it will do for you. So what it will do in the sequence, it will be checking these table. What it will do, it will create a list of these tables. And whenever your import is happening, it will check when this table name will come from this list, it will mark it skip and it will go to the next. Like it's just like you can think, I have given you something, okay, do this. And I told you separately, if something this comes, don't touch it. So this is the same thing Sqoop is doing, right? So this parameter is Sqoop is handling for only those table which is not included, like excluded you are keeping. Okay. So here I just keep it EMP5. Let's try for our one. So only one table we want, and one table we don't want. Okay. But before that, we have to, if I see Hadoop ls, so in the base directory, 2 tables have already come. EMP5 and EMP. So I have to remove the Hadoop fs minus rn r, and then I give the directory name EMP directory and EMP5 directory. Okay. So I deleted the directory. No slash we use it. So it's directory. Why it was not deleting two together? Minus r cannot work with the two parameters. So this is going to the trash because my trash is configured. Okay. So mine is this. Now import all command I'm using for only one table include and one table exclude. Taking some other papers. That is the reason department is done. So it's to test. See, EMP will be done because EMP is included. Okay. So first it is doing for EMP. So that is fine. But when the EMP5 is coming, it will say skip EMP5. Okay. So first it will do the EMP. What is saying for the EMP5? Skipping the table, right? So only EMP is done. If you see your Hadoop FSLS, only EMP is there. There is no EMP5, right? Okay, so this is clear. So this one is like we have done sqoop import all. So I'm just giving you some other sqoop command files so you can practice for your, okay. So there are two more sessions files are there. So session 2. So this one is related to import, incremental import. Okay. So if you can see video, I can upload the video also. You can, it is my another playlist. If you want to see, so if you go to my YouTube channel, and there is a one more playlist is a parallel is there. Okay, if you see here, this one. So this playlist, I have already have the video. So you can refer here my other sqoop import session. So sqoop session 1, sqoop session 2, and sqoop 5 import command. Okay. Okay. So you can refer here. This is sqoop session 1 we have done with you. Okay. This is not yours one. Okay. This is the same session I took it other one. Okay. This session 2 is related to this file, and sqoop 5 import is session this one. So total 3 sessions this sqoop. So if you have time, you can do it. I will do it, but I'm saying like if you can finish it, you can understand and you can do with the video help, or you can do this text file also there. So I will upload it all 3 text files, and videos reference I will give it. Okay. Or otherwise reference you can see here in my this playlist. Okay, this is my second playlist. Here you can see. This playlist I can give you correctly. This playlist is, and your playlist is this playlist. Your playlist is this one, big data training. This is your playlist. Okay, so in your playlist, I have completed till 5. Okay, there is no sqoop there. So I will add today's session, and remaining 2 sessions you can check in the another playlist, and I will upload this document. Okay.
Okay.
Anyone has any question? We will meet on the Tuesday.
I have one question, which is there any specific reason why they didn't want to let you have a target directory for the import all tables? Is that by design? Like, why did they do that?
Yeah, by design only. Actually, if we try, okay, let's see. If you say here target here. Actually, it is taking it. It's a default location. Okay, and it will create its own directory folder. So directory folder, it will generally other import, what happen? You give your target dir your on folder, like import 2, import 3, right? So you are not creating a table folder, right? Because when the control is given to you, you can give anything, right? And they don't want to mess up that thing, right? Because they are saying when we are importing all table, so we should import with the table folder, right? So that is the reason they have not given you the control, correct? So if they give this control to you, you definitely don't go with the table name, right? Generally, our practice is we can give any name, right? Because we are already doing, right? Import 2, import 3, right? And it will mess up their design, right? Because suppose you are importing 100 tables and you are, how this import 2, 3, 4, how can it be given at the for 100? It is not possible, right? Correct? One table import directly you can give your name, right? Whatever name you want to give. But suppose 100 table is there, how can you give the input to them? So they have told you don't need to give anything. We will decide it. And they decided this will be the base directory. So base directory, they kept it for themselves for their input. Okay. And you will get a table name is the folder name, so that you will not get any confusion, right? You will not get any confusion. Your table is with the table, the directory is done. Okay. So suppose if I try here, just target here, I try import all table. So I'm forcefully saying import 5 is my directory, but how sqoop import all table will understand which table for which directory, because this import 5 cannot be created multiple times, right? Again, it will violate the rule, right? Right? It will be again a duplicate directory. Got my point, right?
Okay. So
If
it can't know to create it only once and put everything in. It will try to make 100.
Which have we given this? Not unrecognized. So sqoop import all is not having any recognized parameter. So when you do this, the target dir automatically, if normal import is there, it will not give this unrecognized argument. But unrecognized argument is coming because later argument is definitely will be unrecognized, because the first argument is unrecognized, right? So unrecognized argument is giving, because in their design there is no target dir right there. So you, even if you give it, it will be unrecognized and you can't run the user. So forcefully you can't do anything, right? Because you are using their tool, so you can't give anything forcefully. So you have to follow their way. The main reason is they already think about it. It is import 5. If you are giving a directory, right? So this, how many same directory will be, again, it will try to create your table folder inside this. It will become duplicate, right?
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Thanks, everyone.
Okay. See you.